Okay, let's now move on to the next one. Rand Paul. Rand Paul did one of these virtual town halls recently, and a Kentuckian named Alexis Toon, she says she was contacted to participate in the town hall. There's conflicting reports about whether anybody could just call in or whether she was called to participate or whether she asked to be called. But she told Rand Paul to get effed during the town hall. All right, let's take a look at the clip. And, to some degree, I want to mention that there is language that may be disturbing to some individuals, and just letting everybody know about that. Okay, here, let's listen to Rand Paul.
For that, we'll go ahead to our next question now. Mrs. Alexis Toon, you are live with the senator. You can go ahead and ask your question.
Hi, Senator. I am a proud Kentucky citizen, and I just wanted to tell you to get
Oh, man.
All right, we'll go ahead.
So a few thoughts on this. There's not even a debate here. This is completely fine. Now, much like with the Tucker Carlson confrontation, where Dinesh D'Souza said the man who confronted Tucker Carlson should be arrested, which is just sort of like a complete and total joke. With this one, there is not even a debate as to whether this is okay. Oh, foul language. Oh, give me a break. I have no problem with this whatsoever. Could you make the case that with the opportunity that she was given, Alexis Toon could have made a substantive confrontation of Rand Paul? Sure, you could say that. I don't know that it would have gotten this level of attention. And you can just tell Rand Paul has very much practiced that complete and total non-reaction, his face not even moving when the bomb drops. But I have to tell you, other than if you think about the Senate, maybe Ted Cruz deserves this more. Maybe Josh Hawley deserves this more. It's hard to think of someone more deserving than to be confronted for the moron that he is than Rand Paul. That's the Senate. Now, if you want to look at the House of Representatives, there's a very long list of people who deserve to be confronted. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Matt Gaetz, Lauren Boebert, Madison Cawthorn, Kevin McCarthy, Jim Jordan. It's a very, very long list. And as childish as this is, like, in all seriousness, elected officials should be less isolated from just the thoughts of random people. I am never advocating for physical violence. I'm not saying throw eggs or milkshakes. I'm not saying anything like that at all. I'm talking about just words and really having to face the reality that what they are doing is not only disgusting to millions of Americans, but it's also really bad for the lives of millions of Americans. The policies that they support are terrible for millions and millions of Americans. That's just a reality that they should have to face. And, whether the extraneous, whether the out of school, the after school language, so to speak, has to be a part of it. No, I'm not saying that. I don't really care about that. But being in less highly curated moments where this can actually happen, I think is a good thing for our elected officials. Now, some of you may say, well, Joe Biden never does that. Joe Biden has had to deal with Peter Doocy, one of the, Peter's the kid, an extremely hostile reporter, and he regularly goes to him. Now, do I want Joe Biden talking more to voters who disagree with him? Yeah, I would like that. I think that that's just a great thing. And I try to take calls when we do live calls from people who disagree with me. And one of the things that I think is important to remember, my view is even the people who call me in complete bad faith and want to sandbag me and they swear and they insult or whatever, sometimes there's a kernel of truth to the inconsistency that maybe they're pointing out in a position that I've taken or whatever. I find significant value of that. And if our elected officials were more regularly exposed to that, I think it would be a very good thing. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at david.pacman. I posted my second eggplant over the weekend. The picture went insta viral, more because of what was on my head than the eggplant itself. Take a look at it. Let me know what you think. One of our sponsors is Rise, the science-based app that makes it easy to improve your sleep and daily energy. I have struggled with sleep at times in my life. I've tried many different things, and Rise has been really useful. It tracks your sleep debt, which is how much sleep you essentially owe your body, tracks your general rhythms, helps you understand your daytime energy levels. And Rise can improve your sleep and energy by giving you personalized feedback about your sleep metrics, when you should go to bed, when you should wake up, in terms of optimizing your personal rest. It can even tell you things like how long should you expect to be groggy in the morning based on when you wake up. You can make science-based improvements to 16 different habits that will make you feel more rested every day. And most Rise users start feeling that way in the first 5 days, including me. And Rise is still helping me every day. It's great. It's based on real sleep science. Very few things are as important as improving your sleep. Go to risescience.com/Pacman to try Rise free for a week. The link is underneath this video.